A 75-year-old man died peacefully in his sleep last night. His family was devastated, but they didn't know the hidden bedtime habits that may have contributed to it. Aging is a natural part of life, but what most people overlook is how powerful and dangerous our nightly routines can become after the age of 70. This story isn't to scare you, it's to awaken you. Because after the age of 70, the body becomes fragile, the mind more sensitive, and the smallest habit, something that might have seemed harmless at 50, can become fatal at 75. Tonight, before you close your eyes, you need to know what you're doing wrong. You may not feel the danger now, but your future self is depending on you to take this seriously. In this video, we will uncover 7 dangerous bedtime habits you must avoid after 70. Habits that could mean the difference between waking up tomorrow or not. The last one is absolutely critical, so don't skip it. If you or your loved ones are over the age of 70, or even getting close, you need to watch this till the end. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Faith Wisdom. We share powerful wisdom to help you live better, longer, and stronger through the most transformative years of your life. Join our community of seekers who believe in smart living, deep faith, and timeless truths. Let's get into it. Number 1. Going to bed right after a heavy dinner. Imagine this. A 75-year-old man eats a large, hearty meal. Steak, mashed potatoes, dessert, maybe even a glass of wine, and within 30 minutes, he's in bed. It sounds cozy. It sounds comforting. But what it really is dangerous. As we age, our digestive system slows down. The stomach doesn't produce as much acid. The muscles that move food through the digestive tract become weaker. The body is no longer as efficient in breaking down food, especially heavy, fatty meals. And lying down with a full stomach? That's a recipe for disaster. What many older adults don't realize is that heavy dinners close to bedtime dramatically increase the risk of acid reflux, indigestion, and even aspiration pneumonia, a condition where food or acid enters the lungs while you sleep. For someone over 70, that can quickly turn fatal. There's another hidden danger, too. Eating late at night spikes your blood sugar, disrupts your sleep cycle, and keeps your body in a state of alert when it should be resting. Over time, this nightly habit chips away at your heart health, your brain clarity, and your immune strength. Instead of comfort, your body goes to war internally. If you want to live long and healthy, never go to bed with a full stomach. Finish your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Keep it light, easy to digest. Warm soups, soft-cooked vegetables, maybe a bit of rice or oatmeal. Remember, your body isn't what it used to be. Treat it with the wisdom it deserves. Number 2. Taking certain medications right before bed. Most people take medications. And by the time you're over 70, it's common to be prescribed several for blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, pain, and sleep. But what doctors rarely warn you about is the timing of these medications, especially at bedtime. Some medications, when taken at night, can cause dangerous drops in blood pressure while sleeping. Others can slow your breathing to the point where oxygen doesn't reach your brain efficiently. Some even cause heart rate fluctuations that can trigger silent cardiac events, especially in the elderly. But here's what's really chilling. Many older adults take sleeping pills right before bed. While they might seem harmless, over time these pills can increase the risk of falls, confusion, and even sudden death during sleep, particularly in people with undiagnosed sleep apnea or weak respiratory systems. There was a case in Florida An elderly woman in her early 70s who simply took a muscle relaxant and a sleep aid before bed. She never woke up. The autopsy revealed respiratory suppression as the likely cause. A slow, silent suffocation in sleep. These are not horror stories. These are warnings. Always speak with your doctor about the best time of day to take your medications, especially if they affect your heart, brain, or breathing. Never take new medication at night before seeing how your body reacts during the day. And never mix medications with alcohol, which intensifies their effects. Taking care of your body isn't just about taking pills, it's about taking them the right way. Number 3. Falling asleep. With the TV. Now, this may sound harmless, but it's not. Millions of older adults fall asleep every night with the television on. Maybe it's for background noise, or to soothe loneliness, or to distract the mind from worry. But science is very clear. Sleeping with artificial light or noise in the background damages your brain over time, especially in those over 70. Why? Because your brain never fully enters deep, healing sleep when there's noise or flickering light. Even if you think you're asleep, your brain is still reacting to stimuli, especially during REM cycles, which are crucial for memory, emotion, and repair. But it gets worse. Studies show that falling asleep with the TV on can lead to increased stress hormones in the body, greater risk of nighttime heart rate spikes, weaker immune system performance, disrupted melatonin production, which regulates your body's entire sleep-wake cycle. This is especially dangerous for those over 70 because your brain is more vulnerable. Your memory, cognition, and focus depend on high-quality rest. And rest is impossible when your environment is filled with flashing screens and sitcom laugh tracks at 2 a.m. If you struggle with silence, try a gentle sound machine or calming instrumental music. Create a bedtime ritual, a book, a prayer, a few minutes of gratitude. Let your brain wind down gently, not artificially. Silence isn't lonely, it's healing. Number 4. Ignoring bathroom habits before sleep. It seems simple, even silly, but this one habit causes thousands of serious injuries and even deaths among the elderly every year. As people age, the bladder becomes more sensitive. Nighttime urination, or nocturia, is extremely common. But what happens is this. The body wakes you up at 2 or 3 a.m. with the urge to go, you're half asleep, your balance is weak, and one misstep on the way to the bathroom can lead to a dangerous fall. But it's not just about getting up in the middle of the night, it's also about what you do before bed. Many older adults skip going to the bathroom before sleeping, thinking they'll be fine until morning. Others drink water or tea late at night, not realizing it fills the bladder and disturbs sleep. And then there's the silent risk of urinary tract infections, more common in older adults who don't fully empty their bladder before sleep. A UTI in someone over 70 can quickly turn into delirium, high fever, even sepsis. All of this can be avoided with one simple bedtime habit. Empty your bladder before bed and avoid drinking too much water or liquids 1 to 2 hours before sleep. If you have medications that make you pee more, like diuretics, talk to your doctor about taking them earlier in the day. Also, keep a nightlight in the hallway or bathroom. Wear slippers with a good grip. Use a bedside rail if your balance is weak. Your body may wake you in the night, but make sure your home doesn't betray you while you're half asleep. Number 5. Sleeping in a room that's too cold or too hot. This may sound trivial, but for someone over 70, it can be a matter of life or death. As the body ages, its ability to regulate internal temperature weakens. What you might have shrugged off at 40, like a chilly draft or a stuffy, warm bedroom, can now disrupt your heart rate, blood pressure, and oxygen flow. In older adults, the body becomes far more sensitive to extremes, especially during sleep when it's most vulnerable. Let's break it down. When a 75-year-old man sleeps in a room that's too cold, say below 60 degrees Fahrenheit, the body has to work harder to maintain core temperature. The blood vessels constrict, the heart beats faster, and oxygen delivery to vital organs can become strained. For someone already dealing with cardiac issues or weak circulation, this puts them at serious risk for hypothermia, irregular heartbeat, or a silent heart attack in their sleep. Yes, hypothermia can occur indoors, especially in older adults with thin skin, low muscle mass, or chronic health conditions. And sadly, many pass away in their sleep without any dramatic warning, just a cold room and a weakened heart. On the flip side, a room that's too hot, above 75 degrees Fahrenheit or with no air circulation, can create night sweats, rapid heartbeat, dehydration, and breathing issues. Older adults are more prone to heat stress, and since they don't sweat as effectively as younger people, the body overheats internally. This leads to poor quality sleep and increases the risk of stroke, high blood pressure spikes, and nocturnal cardiac stress. What's the solution? Keep your room at a moderate temperature. Between 65 degrees Fahrenheit and 70 degrees Fahrenheit is ideal. Make sure the air is fresh, slightly cool, and well ventilated. Avoid heavy blankets or electric heaters that overheat the bed. Instead, use layered bedding that you can adjust during the night. Use a humidifier if the air is too dry, especially in winter, to prevent respiratory irritation. And always sleep in clothing that allows your skin to breathe. No thick wool sweaters or tight fabrics. Let your body relax, let it breathe, and give it the best conditions for restoration. Your bedroom isn't just a place to sleep, it's a healing sanctuary. And the air, the temperature, the energy of that space, it all matters more than you think. Number 6. Sleeping with emotional baggage or stress. You might not feel it in your chest, but emotional stress is a silent killer, especially at night, especially after 70. A 75-year-old man who closes his eyes at night but carries anger, regret, or grief in his heart is setting himself up for unrest, not just spiritually but physically. Emotional turmoil doesn't sleep. It invades your dreams, your hormones, your heart rate, and your immune system, and over time, it wears you down. Did you know that stress is directly linked to high blood pressure, weakened immunity, sleep apnea, and heart failure? Now, imagine this stress creeping in every single night before sleep, going unspoken, unhealed, unprocessed. Older adults often carry burdens they never speak of: the death of a spouse, regrets about their children, financial worries, loneliness, fears about dying. And when those emotions aren't released during the day, they come back at night, stronger, darker, more dangerous. Here's the truth. Going to bed with a heavy heart is like injecting poison into your nervous system. Your body becomes inflamed. Your cortisol, stress hormone, spikes. Your mind remains alert even when your eyes are closed. And yet, so many older adults lie in bed every night, clenching their fists beneath the sheets, replaying old wounds, holding grudges from years past. It doesn't have to be this way. Before you sleep, release, talk to someone you trust, write in a journal, say a prayer, whisper forgiveness, even if the other person is no longer alive. Look up at the ceiling and speak aloud the things that hurt. Then let them go. You don't need to solve every problem before bed, but you do need to free your heart enough so that your body can rest without fear. Because sometimes what kills a man in his sleep is not a disease. It's a memory, a grudge, a sorrow that was never healed. Peace of mind isn't a luxury. At 70 and beyond, it's a necessity. Number 7. Ignoring irregular sleep patterns or insomnia. This is the most important. And now we've come to the most important part of this video. If you've stayed with us until now, you're about to discover the one thing that many elderly people ignore, and it's killing them silently. We're talking about chronic insomnia, irregular sleep cycles, and disrupted circadian rhythms. The kind of sleep disturbances that build slowly, quietly, over months and years, until one night your body just gives out. So many older adults believe it's normal to sleep poorly with age. They think that waking up 5 times a night or falling asleep at 4 a.m. is just part of growing old. But it's not. In fact, poor sleep is a major predictor of mortality in the elderly. Let me explain. When you don't get regular, high-quality sleep, your immune system crashes. You're more likely to get infections, colds, even pneumonia. Your brain ages faster. Memory loss, dementia, and confusion set in sooner. Your heart works harder. Blood pressure rises. The risk of heart attack increases. Your metabolism falters. You lose energy, lose muscle, gain fat. But that's not the worst of it. A study from Harvard Medical School revealed that seniors who sleep less than 5 hours per night on a regular basis had a 70% higher risk of death from all causes: cardiac, neurological, even accidental falls. Why? Because the body never gets to restore, never resets, never heals. If your sleep is broken, it's your warning sign, your red flag, your chance to turn things around. So, what can you do? Start by establishing a fixed bedtime and wake time, even on weekends. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Create a sleep ritual. Warm shower, soft lighting, calm music, a good book. Take a short walk after dinner to regulate melatonin. Use blackout curtains. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. And if your insomnia is chronic, don't ignore it. Speak with a doctor who specializes in geriatric sleep health. There are treatments that don't involve dangerous pills. Sometimes it's as simple as light therapy, supplements, or CBTI, cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. Whatever you do not accept bad sleep as just part of aging. It's not. It's your body crying out for help. If you sleep well, you live well. And if you sleep deeply, your chances of waking up tomorrow increase dramatically. This is your most powerful health habit. Honor it. Protect it. Guard it with everything you have. Final message to you. You've just learned 7 bedtime habits that can become deadly traps after the age of 70. And maybe right now you're thinking of your father, your mother, your grandparents, or maybe even yourself. This isn't just information. This is a warning, and also a gift. Because knowing what to avoid is the first step to protecting the life you love. If this video opened your eyes or stirred your heart, we ask you to do just one thing. Subscribe to our channel, Faith Wisdom. We make content filled with deep insights, real-life wisdom, and heartfelt lessons that can truly change lives.